Hello there, you're watching Vnews Bulletin. I'm Vungo presenting you today's top stories as usual.
Legislative leader pays official visit to the UK. Vietnam attracts more than $14 billion of FDI in the first half. And later on, Chuyện Công Sơ Music Night dazzles audience.
State President Nguyen hosted a reception for a delegation of Cao Dai Church dignitaries on June 29th. Let's take a look.
President Nguyen praised the contributions made by Cao Dai dignitaries and followers for the cause of national construction and defense. The president said the party and state have always ensured the people's right to freedom of belief and religion and ensure that religious activities are conducted in accordance with law. He also said attention has been paid to socio-economic development, creating conditions for dignitaries and followers of all religions, including Cao Dai, to perform their religious practice and fulfill their citizens' obligations. The state leader said he believes that Cao Dai dignitaries and followers will make more achievements and contribute to the cause of building the great national unity bloc. Representatives of Cao Dai religion expressed their wish that the president and authorities at all levels continue to pay attention to helping Cao Dai followers expand their international cooperation along with building and upgrading worship facilities.
National Assembly Chairman Nguyen is on his three-day official visit to the UK. The visit is made at the invitations of Speaker of the UK House of Lords, John McFall, and Speaker of the House of Commons of the UK, Lindsay Hoyle.
On June 29th local time, Speaker of the House of Commons of the UK, Lindsay Hoyle, held talks with Chairman Nguyen. The two leaders held that achievements have been made in the Vietnam-UK strategic partnership. They agreed that trade and investment had developed dynamically thanks to the Vietnam-UK Free Trade Agreement. The two sides said Vietnam and the UK have coordinated effectively in education over the years, but there remain opportunities for further development in the area. Appreciating the UK's role in successfully organizing the United Nations Climate Change Conference COP26, Chairman Nguyen affirmed that Vietnam's commitments at the event are very strong political commitments, demonstrating the country's determination to respond to climate change, reduce emissions, and boost the transition to a green economy. Speaker Lindsay appreciated Vietnam's determination at COP26, saying that he would urge the UK and Europe to support Vietnam. Chairman Nguyen affirmed that Vietnam always supports and acts as a bridge for the UK to expand cooperation with ASEAN. He said he hopes that the legislative bodies of the two countries would continue to promote their roles in realizing sustainable development goals. Right after his arrival, the Vietnamese top legislator had a meeting with officials and staff from the Vietnamese embassy and representatives of the Vietnamese community in the UK. He suggested Vietnamese associations and organizations in the UK continue to play an important role in building an increasingly stable and developing community, becoming a solid bridge for the Vietnam-UK strategic partnership. The legislator expressed his hope that the network of Vietnamese experts and intellectuals in the UK will continue to closely connect with the homeland, contributing valuable knowledge and human resources to the country.
A dialogue aiming to promote maritime cooperation in Southeast Asia was held in Hanoi on June 29th. We have more in the following report.
Under the theme, 40th anniversary of the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, promoting maritime cooperation in Southeast Asia, the 8th Ocean Dialogue saw more than 150 direct and 100 online participants, including 15 speakers from 14 countries and territories and representatives from the UN. Deputy Foreign Minister Phạm Quang Hiếu said, The convention has proved its universal values, adding that to date it continues to play a fundamental role in the development of international law of the sea, promoting peace, security, cooperation among nations, and the sustainable development of the oceans and seas. Rudiger Wapfirm, former judge of the International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea, underscored the important role of the Convention to the development of international law and the promotion of peace, security, and cooperation among countries, as well as the sustainable development of the sea and ocean.
The amount of foreign direct investment pouring into Vietnam topped $14 billion in the first 6 months of 2022, the Ministry of Planning and Investment has announced.
Foreign investors poured funds into 18 industries out of a total of 21 national economic sectors, of which the processing and manufacturing industry continued to lead with a total investment of nearly $8.84 billion. The real estate sector ranked second with total investment capital of $3.15 billion. Regarding investment partners, 84 countries and territories invested in Vietnam, among which Singapore led with a total investment capital of more than $4.1 billion. The Republic of Korea ranked second with over $2.66 billion. By investment location, Bình Dương led the way with a total registered investment capital of more than $2.53 billion, up over 98% year-on-year. According to the Foreign Investment Agency at the Ministry, investment capital of FDI projects in the first 6 months increased by 8.9% compared to the same time last year. That shows enterprises are constantly recovering, maintaining, and expanding production and business activities.
Vietnam posted nearly $27.9 billion worth of agroforestry fishery exports in the first half of this year, an annual increase of some 14%.
According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, of the total value, the groups of key farm produce and forestry products make the biggest contributions with $11.4 billion and $9.1 billion respectively. Fishery products shipped overseas during the period, meanwhile, reeled in $5.8 billion, up more than 40% annually. There were 9 types of goods recorded in export revenue exceeding $1 billion in the period, namely coffee, rubber, cashew, and vegetable and fruit, among others. The ministry said the U.S. and China were the biggest importers of Vietnamese agroforestry fishery products. They were followed by Japan and the Republic of Korea. The encouraging outcome was spurred by the implementation of mechanisms and policies for trade promotion, negotiations for reopening, and market development, among other factors.
With Dutch determination coupled with an array of uniform measures to fine-tune its business and investment climate, the northern mountainous province of Tuyên Quang has attracted increasing attention from both domestic and foreign investors in recent times.
Sơn Dương district has risen to stardom as an ideal destination for domestic and foreign enterprises. 19 projects worth more than $86 million were granted investment certificates in the district last year. Most were in industry, agro-processing, tourism, trade, healthcare, and the environment.
We have joined hands with investors to carry out planning and site clearance so that they are able to build technical infrastructure. We also coordinate with relevant sectors in the province to attract investment in industrial clusters and improve administrative procedures to facilitate investors.
In 2021, Tuyên Quang Province received and handled 110 project dossiers using non-state capital and approved capital adjustments totaling nearly $28.3 million in 20 projects. It attracted 36 projects with total registered capital of nearly $1.12 billion, accounting for 50% of the target for the 2020-2025 period.
I think Tuyên Quang has
Korean investors have channeled investment into several northern localities such as Thái Nguyên and Vĩnh Phúc, and will make investment in Tuyên Quang as well. I think the province should attract investment in electronics, food and beverage, and spare parts.
Tuyên Quang Province's investment attraction as a key mission in its socio-economic development strategy in 2020-2025 and vision to 2030.
Vietnam exported over 206,000 tons of cashew nuts worth $1.19 billion in the first 5 months of this year, down 7.8% in volume and 6.8% in value.
According to the Vietnam Cashew Association, the cashew industry is facing many difficulties due to an unfavorable world market. Exports for the whole year are likely to be lower than in 2021. The association said the Russia-Ukraine conflict and global inflation are affecting Vietnam's exports of cashew nuts. Last year, Russia was the 11th largest importer of Vietnamese cashew nuts with an export value of nearly $62 million. Since the Russia-Ukraine conflict occurred, exports to Russia have faced payment difficulties. Increasing inflation in many countries, along with the zero COVID-19 policy of China, one of Vietnam's major export markets, have also adversely affected the export of cashew nuts and other agricultural products from Vietnam. Vietnam is set to earn $3.8 billion from exporting cashew nuts in 2022, $200 million higher than last year.
A music program honoring famed songwriter Trịnh Công Sơn was held recently as part of the ongoing Huế Festival in the central province of Thừa Thiên Huế. It was warmly welcomed by local people and domestic and foreign visitors.
Themed Huế, Saigon, Hanoi, the music night drew the participation of renowned artists and singers such as Cẩm Vân, Đức Tuấn, Hà Lê, Tấn Sơn, and stars of the film Nguyen, which recently hit cinemas nationwide. Trịnh Công Sơn is the author of many famous songs such as Huế, Saigon, Hanoi, Diễm Xưa, Diễm My Cherished Memory, and Huyền Thoại Mẹ, Legend of the Mother. Besides well-known singers who have successfully performed the songs, this time, the music night also saw the participation of young singers who brought fresh life into the great man's music.
Hanoi greeted more than 8.6 million tourists in the first 6 months of the year, nearly 3 times higher than the same period last year, according to the capital's Department of Tourism.
According to the Hanoi Department of Tourism, the city's total tourism revenue amounted to some $1.08 billion in the period, also more than 3 times higher than the figure in the first 6 months of last year. Local hotels rated 1 to 5 stars recorded an average occupation rate of over 30% during the period, it added. The capital city, home to 24 recognized tourist destinations, is offering a series of enticing products to attract tourists, given its reopening of the local tourism industry. In addition, it has also launched many tourism exhibitions, street fairs, and festivals. The city aims to welcome over 13 million visitors, including 7 million foreigners by 2025.
An exhibition themed Nguyen, the life and career, officially opened at the Special National Monument and Tomb dedicated to the celebrity in An Đức Commune, Ba Chi District, Bến Tre Province on June 28th.
The event is one of 3 activities held to celebrate the 200th birthday of the well-known poet Nguyễn July 1, 2022. On the display are more than 300 artifacts, documents, and photos of the homeland, family, and literary career of the celebrity. Bến Tre Province has applied VR 360 virtual reality technology for the first time to the event, allowing visitors to visit the exhibition on their smartphones. Nguyễn, who was born in Gia Định Province, now District 1, Ho Chi Minh City, was a patriotic teacher and poet of southern Vietnam in the second half of the 19th century. He passed away in 1888. On November 23, 2021, UNESCO passed a resolution to commemorate Nguyễn during his 200th birth anniversary.